Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. And today I'm going to use these Scalloped Blooms dies. And there are lots of them. I've used not the largest, second largest. So they go from plain edge to stitched. Next one down. And then next one down, and this little label one here. Using that with this lovely paper. It's called Splash of Sparkles. It's an online exclusive, so not in any of the catalogues. You will see there are some holographic designs in there, and there's also some gold on some of the other sheets in that pack. Get that out of my way. And this is what I'm going to make. So I made this with my team, and we are using two of the largest stitched ones. The next one's down, so that's just basic white. Next one down, I have used Melon Mambo for this one, and on that one it was Highland Heather to go with that paper, and I'm swapping out the paper as well. Just love that holographic effect, it's just gorgeous. So we're going to have our 3 layers there, like so. And I've got that little tag, I've got a little bit of the DSP just to put on there as well. And then I've got this piece that is for the actual box itself. That holds one of these. But you could change the box to be wider, to put more stuff in. I just thought it was a cute way of giving my team a little treat bag. But there we have it. So this piece here measures 7 3/4 by 2 5/8. So that's 2 1/2 and then another 1/8 on. And I have already gone ahead and scored the short side at 5/8 of an inch. And then the long side is scored at 3 inches, 3 5/8, then 6 5/8, and then 7 1/4. Okay, so that was 7 3/4 by 2 5/8. You'll get all the measurements in my blog post. I will hold on to this because I'm going to use this in a moment. And then I've got a little piece for the handle, and that is just the width of an A4 and is just 1/2 inch wide. Okay, so yeah, 1/2 inch. I'm going to first of all make the actual box part. And I seem to have lost all of my bone folders. I don't know where they've all gone. Isn't that bizarre? Yeah. There we go, found one. Yeah. Don't know how many bone folders I have. No idea where I've put them all. But just making sure that your top and the bottom edges line up, particularly along this long one here. Just make sure that those side edges are all tied up before you give that a good press. It just makes it that little bit sharper. Got my scissors. Just going to cut up that score line there to that horizontal one, and do the same all the way along. And in fact, I'm going to take that one out. So I'll just take an extra little wedge, top and bottom, and that's going to be the little tab that joins those pieces together. talking of tabs, I'm going to fold those rectangles out of the way, and I'm just going to take a little snip off either side, just a little wedge, just to take some of the bulk out when I'm folding up the base. So it now looks like that. Okay, nice and easily. I'm going to grab my glue, which is also under the pile of stuff that my bone folder was, and give it a little shake. Add some glue on there. Now I've got glue, I'm not squeezing any more out, but I'm just using my nozzle to move it around a little bit like that. Fold that down and fold that across, and that should fit nice and neatly. I'm just going to use my bone folder to give an extra little press, like so. And then we're going to fold one bit down. Oops, picked up a little wedge there. Doesn't want to let me go. Just add a little bit of glue to your tabs. Fold them in. Hold that for a moment. Then glue on here as well. Fold that, and then just use my bone folders to press that all down. Okay, so we've got the box, we've got these, but we need to basically take some off that bottom bit there. Okay, so I'm going to do this with my white pieces, both of them, before I start gluing anything else together. Bring in my paper trimmer, take that cutting blade out of the way for now. I'm just butting that up at the top there. Okay, doesn't really matter where you do it, but the longest part I'm lining up at that 1 inch mark there, and then I'm going to just score that. Okay, then I'm going to move this down, and that is my 1/2 inch mark there and there. So I'm just lining up that score line on the 1/2 inch mark, top and bottom, and this time I do want to use a cutting blade and just take that little bit off there like that. Okay, same again, butt it up, just make sure it's nice and steady. Longest part at the 1 inch, score it, move that score down to the 1/2 inch, and just give that a little chop. That's me done with that bit. To the side again and bring the little box back in. Give that a fold and burnish. There we are. Then I'm going to add glue to the inside there, but not all the way to the ends, just in that middle section there. Actually, I can do it all the way to the end on this. Yeah, a bit more. Okay, I am just lining that up and pressing that down like so. Okay, so that's the bottom section added on, and then what I'm going to do is add glue to all of the front section. And then just press that down. Okay, so I've got one side of that glued on. Now this might be easier to do at this stage. Just gently curling that handle, and I'm going to put roughly 1/2 inch glue on like that, and pop that inside. It is slightly narrower than the actual box. Hold that in place like so, and then do the other side as well, just making sure that the glue's near the top, and my little piece is in the middle like that, and that's nicely secured like so. And then we can do the same with these other piece. Glue along that bit there, get these little bits out of my way, and again just lining that up roughly in the middle. Press that down, then I can add my glue to the front. And press that down, and again can pop that bone folder inside and give that a press. Make sure that's all fully attached. So here we've got our little bag. We just now need to do the decorations. And I'm going to glue the paper on to the card one. Like that, do both of them at the same time. Pop that one on. And I'll give that a press from the other side so I don't scratch the holographic foil. So then I want to put a bit of glue at the bottom there, and I will just put glue all the way around this, and then I don't have to both be too fussed about where's the bit I shouldn't have put glue on. Pop that on centered like so. Then again I would do one at a time. Chop off that. I'm going to grab my larger scissors. Just line up the blade of my scissors along the bottom of the box. Chopped off like that. I'm going to put that straight into my scraps bin because it's got glue on it. There we go. One side done. Once again, a little bit of glue at the bottom. Not right on the base either. Take that off. Bit of glue on there. Pop that on like so. Give it a little press, and then chop the bottom off. So you can see why it's easier to do the cutting for the first one and then the second one, because otherwise you've got no space. There we go. So that's our little bag all done, ready for its little treat. I don't actually have a spare one. And then our tiny little bit of designer series paper on that cute little tag. Now I think I cut that to 3/4 of an inch wide. There's there. Yep, 3/4 of an inch. No, it's not. Yes, it is. 3/4 of an inch wide, and then I had it at 1.5, and then I just chopped a little bit off from the length. So let's say 1 3/8 on that. a little bit of glue on there, don't really want. And then a little bit of white baker's twine, just to tie that on. And you can write a little message on the back, stamp a sentiment on the back if you wanted before you tie it on. Add a little flower onto the label, do whatever decoration you want. I just thought this was a cute way to use those gorgeous Scalloped Blooms dies, and I hope you agree. Just going to chop a bit of that off, tie it, lip that through. And that would look fabulous in any designer series paper, I reckon. And as I said earlier, you could change the width of the box so that you can get something a bit more substantial than just a chocolate biscuit inside. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to hype my video, I'd really appreciate that as well. And if you're new to my channel, please click on that subscribe button, click the bell, and get notification the next time I upload a tutorial. Until then, please do take care. Bye bye.